In a peaceful village by a winding river, there lived a master potter named Minh, whose hands were capable of shaping the most exquisite clay vessels. Minh created products of immense beauty that were sought after by many, but he was also notorious throughout the village for his explosive and volatile temper. Just a single word of criticism from a customer or a minor mistake by his young apprentice would cause Minh to erupt like a dormant volcano. Even the weather could spark his fury. If the humidity prevented his clay from drying, he would scream at the sky, believing the world was against him. He would vent his anger on everyone around him, smashing his hard work and shouting cruel words that left deep scars on the hearts of his loved ones. Yet, after every outburst, Minh never felt the relief he expected. Instead, he was left with a heavy heart and the bitter taste of deep regret. Looking at the broken shards and the fearful eyes of his family, he realized that his anger was a prison he had built for himself over time. He often asked himself why a simple word from a stranger could so easily drive him into a state of madness and uncontrollable destructive behavior. One day, a wise old monk arrived at the village, seeking rest under the great banyan tree, radiating an aura of absolute stillness and profound peace. Word of the monk's wisdom spread quickly through the village, reaching Minh's workshop and sparking a flicker of hope within his weary, troubled soul. Desperate for a way to extinguish the fire in his heart, Minh decided to seek the monk's guidance and learn how to control his temper. Minh bowed low and confessed his struggle, explaining how his anger felt like a wild beast that he could no longer keep caged or under control. The monk listened patiently, without saying a word, his gaze as steady as a mountain, making Minh feel seen and understood for the very first time. Instead of giving a verbal lesson, the monk reached into his robe and produced a small matchbox, holding it out for Minh to see clearly. He struck a match, and a tiny, fragile flame flickered to life, dancing in the light breeze as they both watched it burn in silence. He gently dropped the match onto a pile of dry firewood nearby, and within seconds, the small spark began to catch on the parched wood. The fire quickly grew into a roaring blaze, heat radiating outward and casting long, flickering shadows across the ground where the two men sat together. The monk turned to Minh and asked a simple question. "Tell me, young man, who is responsible for this fire that burns before us now?" Minh replied immediately, "Why, it was the match you struck, master. Without that small spark, the wood would still be cold and dark." The monk shook his head gently and poured a small cup of water over the fire, which hissed loudly as the flames died down instantly. He explained that the match was only a catalyst, a tiny spark that could only cause a disaster because the wood was already so dry. Your anger is the same. The words or actions of others are merely the matches that life strikes against the surface of your own heart. The reason you burn so fiercely is because you have allowed a massive pile of dry wood, stress, and resentment to accumulate inside of your mind. Next, the monk picked up a piece of glowing red charcoal, its surface shimmering with intense heat, and held it up between them both. If you are angry at someone and you wish to punish them, it is like holding this hot coal in your hand to throw. You might think you are hurting the other person, but before the coal ever leaves your hand, you are the one who is being burned. Minh looked at his hands, realizing that his own rage had been scarring his spirit long before it ever reached the people he was shouting at. The monk dropped the coal into the nearby river, where it vanished with a quick hiss, leaving the water as clear and calm as before. Minh asked if he should just endure everything in silence, even when others were being unfair or intentionally cruel to him and his family. The monk smiled and said that keeping silent while feeling angry is just storing more dry wood. It is not true peace or real mastery. True calm is not about suppression. It is about becoming like the river, allowing the sparks of others to fall into your water and extinguish. When you master your breath, you create a reservoir of cool water within yourself that no match, no matter how bright, can ever set ablaze. Min sat in silence, feeling the cool evening air, understanding for the first time that his peace was a choice he had to make daily. He returned to his workshop not with a plan to fight his anger, but with a new commitment to nurturing the stillness inside his soul. In our modern world, we face countless matches every day: traffic jams, rude emails, and the constant pressure to succeed in a competitive society. Anger is a natural emotion that arises when our expectations are not met, or when we feel our sense of self is being threatened. However, reacting in the heat of the moment rarely solves the problem. Instead, it often burns down the bridges we have spent years building. One of the most powerful tools we have is the 10-second rule, a sacred pause that allows our logical brain to catch up with emotion. When you feel that familiar heat rising in your chest, stop, close your eyes, count to 10, and focus entirely on the air entering your lungs. Learn to recognize your dry wood. Ask yourself if your anger is truly about the current situation, or if it is a result of exhaustion. There is a vast difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is a reflex of the ego. Responding is a conscious choice of the spirit. Min spent the rest of his days making pottery that was even more beautiful than before, because his hands were now guided by a peaceful heart. His workshop became a place of sanctuary, where people came not just for his art, but to experience the quiet strength of his presence. True strength is not found in the loudness of a shout, but in the depth of one's ability to remain calm in a storm. The next time a match is struck near you, remember the potter and the monk. Choose to be the river, not the dry wood. An anger that is not fed will eventually starve and disappear, leaving you with the clarity to handle any challenge with grace and wisdom. Your inner peace is your most valuable possession. Do not hand the key to your happiness over to anyone who wishes to provoke you. To master oneself is a greater victory than conquering 1,000 enemies in battle. It is the ultimate expression of human freedom and power. Take control of the steering wheel of your mind today. Choose the path of patience and watch how the world transforms around your peace. Thank you for watching. May your heart be a cool river and your mind a temple of stillness. Peace be with you always. Consider the ripple effect of a single calm response. It can change the entire atmosphere of a room and prevent a conflict from escalating. History is filled with leaders who lost everything in a moment of rage, and those who saved nations through the power of their restraint. Nature teaches us that after the storm comes the sun, but we do not have to let the storm damage our internal landscape first. Discipline is the bridge between the impulse of anger and the action of peace. It takes practice, but the rewards are infinite and life-changing. Every time you choose not to explode, you strengthen the neural pathways of patience, making it easier to stay calm in the future. Think of the children who watch us. They learn how to handle their emotions by observing how we handle our own frustrations and failures. Forgiveness is the ultimate water that douses the flames of the past. It is a gift you give yourself more than the person who offended. Rise above the petty grievances of the day. From a higher perspective, most things we get angry about are small and ultimately insignificant. Be like the candle that provides light without complaining about the darkness. Your calm can be a beacon for others in their own storms. Let the fragrance of your patience fill your home. A peaceful parent or partner creates a foundation of security for everyone in their life. Reflect on your triggers tonight. Understanding why you get angry is the first step toward ensuring those triggers no longer have power over you. The words of others cannot hurt you unless you give them permission to enter your heart. Build a shield of self-awareness around your mind. Wisdom is knowing that anger is a temporary cloud passing through the vast, permanent sky of your consciousness. Let the cloud pass by. Sometimes, the best response to anger is a smile. It disarms the attacker and preserves your dignity all at the same time. Every morning is a chance to start fresh. Leave yesterday's anger in the past and walk into the new day with a clean slate. Listen to your heart. When it beats fast with rage, it is asking for your help to return to its natural state of rhythm. Let your values be your compass. If you value kindness, then acting out of anger is moving away from the person you want to be. Your life is a work of art. Do not let the splatters of anger ruin the masterpiece you are working so hard to create. Clear your mind like the mountain stream. Let the debris of daily life flow past you without getting stuck in the corners of your thoughts. Root yourself in the present moment. Anger usually lives in the past or the future, but peace is always found right here, right now. In the vastness of the universe, our anger is a tiny speck. Realizing our smallness can help us let go of our massive egos. There is a profound freedom in letting go. Release the need to be right and embrace the joy of simply being at peace instead. Prune the habits of anger from your life. It may be painful at first, but it allows the beauty of your true nature to flourish. Passion is a fire that can build, but anger is a fire that only destroys. Learn to channel your energy into creation, not destruction. You are the architect of your own emotional state. Choose to build a temple of calm rather than a fortress of resentment and fear. Tune your soul to the frequency of love. Anger is a discordant note that ruins the harmony of your life's beautiful and unique song. Be an oasis of calm in a desert of chaos. People will be drawn to your peace, and you will find strength in your stillness. Anger is like ice. It is hard and cold, but with the warmth of understanding, it can melt into something soft and life-giving. Build your character piece by piece. Every small victory over your temper is a stone in the wall of your future self-mastery. The beauty of life is often hidden by the fog of our own anger. Clear the fog, and the world will reveal its wonders. Be the lighthouse for your own mind. When the waves of emotion crash against you, stay firm and keep your inner light burning bright. Sow the seeds of patience today, and you will harvest a life of peace and meaningful connections with those you care about most. Savor the quiet moments. In the silence between your thoughts, you will find the answers that anger has been hiding from you for years. Self-control is the golden key that opens the doors to true leadership and respect. It is the hallmark of a truly great human being. Love yourself enough to stay calm. You deserve to live a life free from the poison of rage and the burden of constant conflict. Minh found that when his mind was still, his art reached new heights of perfection that he had never thought possible before his transformation. The story of the potter reminds us all that our greatest creations come from our moments of peace, not from our moments of fury. The wise monk moved on, but his lesson remained rooted in the heart of the village, changing lives for many generations to come. Remember, you are the master of your reaction. Choose wisely, live peacefully, and let your light shine on the world around you every day. May you find the stillness within. Keep breathing, keep smiling, and let your calm be your greatest power. Farewell, and find your peace.